Tuned into the Shadowsphere. Welcome to the Shadowsphere, where the whispered truth comes in loud and clear. Laugh in the dark as the clues appear. Yeah, we shine that light in the Shadowsphere.
Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the Shadowsphere. Scals, hit record.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Shadowsphere. Today's episode is number 3 with my man, Matt Cash. Matt, welcome to the Shadowsphere. How are you doing?
Hey, I am doing good, man. How are you, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm living the dream. You know, it's a rainy day today as we're recording this on May 23rd. And it's been a thankful, quiet day at home with the kids, but I'm sure that'll change here shortly now that mom's home. So
It's never quiet with kids, buddy. You know that.
we can only hope that they get quiet.
Yeah.
So
It's quiet when they're sleeping.
even then, I think they make more noise. I don't know. I really don't. Listen, man, I had the pleasure of watching you at Crazy 8 tournament on April 11th. Fantastic match. You and Casey War absolutely tore each other apart in that match. It was fun to watch. A lot of spots that I don't know what's up with Casey. Maybe it's your thing, maybe it's his, but like, why is the side of the ring such a bump you love to take?
Good question. Because I don't really go to the side of the ring sometimes in my matches, but it just was good for that moment, you know.
I mean, from the few clips I've seen, because you guys also went down to Pittsburgh and had Canada versus Pittsburgh. And again, that same kind of spot. And I'm like, what the hell is the obsession with the side of the ring?
Yeah, I think that's a KC spot, man.
It's a great spot. It looks great. But like, man, I don't know. It feels like it looks like it feels like it hurts a lot more than it should.
You know, surprisingly, it actually didn't even feel that bad.
Okay. Maybe we're just used to getting beat up. I don't know.
Probably doing this for almost 20 years. Yeah, my body's probably, messed up.
So I've spoken to a lot of your colleagues in a sense, and nothing but praise towards you and your partner, Jesse Mack, which is on a later episode of this season. Man, you've been in this for 20 years. You said you started as traditional, I'm assuming, like most. Tell me what young Matt growing up, like, what inspired you to be wrestling? What drew you to wrestling? Like,
Well, I've always obviously liked wrestling, right? So from when I was a young kid, and then was in high school, and I had a buddy say, "Hey, you wanna go train wrestling?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not, man?" That was fun. So we went up to the School of Hard Knocks up in Newmarket with Ruffy Silverstein and Darth Cutthroatus at the time. And we had lots of guys in there that help us train. Matt Burns, Hornet, as you see on WBTV. Asylum, a lot of people, man. So, yeah, that's how I started into the business. And, yeah, like you said, I started doing the traditional stuff. And then I saw a match at Stranglehold Wrestling that I was on between Lufisto and Necro Butcher. And that was my first death match that I seen. And then I started gravitating towards that genre now.
now, obviously, something like that just doesn't go, yeah, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. But maybe it does for you. But tell me, like, you're a young guy in that scene now at that point. Where have you seen deathmatch go in Canada? Like, I know you've gone down to the States and done stuff, but like deathmatch in Canada alone, where have you seen the scene go?
Well, it's not as big as it is in the United States, right? So it's still, I feel like it's kind of looked down upon in some sense a little bit. But like I said, it's not for everybody, and I wish it would get as big as it is in the States. But because and that way every weekend pretty much you have deathmatch wrestling. So
I mean, go ahead.
sorry, as long as it's not like as long as it doesn't get oversaturated, I'll be happy.
Right, and I pay credit to I've said I'll say this throughout the season, and I'll say it now again, but Canadian Deathmatch alone has started to rejuvenate the indie scene in Ontario and bringing a positive light, in my opinion, to what deathmatch is, because they put on good shows, they put on safe shows. It looks brutal, but everything is safe. Like, I've now been there personally and witnessed it. And I still don't know how the hell any of you didn't walk out with anything major. Maybe a hospital trip to get some stitches or something, but nothing major, nothing life altering, nothing like. But like what you're doing says otherwise, or it should say otherwise.
Yeah, I'm glad that Canadian Deathmatch came around, right? Because like all we have now, like before we had Death Proof Fight Club, which not really the deathmatch is more a hardcore type, right? But and then to add some deathmatch aspect to it, uh, then you go to Quebec, you got New Outlaw Wrestling, and then I IWS. So, but still, it's like I said, there's not a lot. So I'm really glad that Canadian Deathmatch came around and started focusing more on deathmatch, right? So
Now, a man of your stature in now would be considered a veteran 20 years later. Where do you see with a lot of the young guys coming up into the scene? Like not even just deathmatch, but like traditional. Like, are you seeing a change of the guard of how maybe you were taught compared to now?
yeah, 100%. I see a lot of that, and I just the way I look at it is go somewhere to train that has credibility. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I can see, and I try not to pay attention too much because I don't want to be that angry vet. You know what I you know what I
Man, your
mean?
grandpa, right? You don't want to do that.
So it's just like I try and get along with everybody that I can, and then I like to learn their stories and how they got brought up.
Fair enough. Who is your favorite young guy to work with so far?
Young guy to work with. Ooh, who is young and new? I like lately. I've been loving to work with Matt Grant. Not just because he's so small, I can just toss him around. Just I don't know. We have fun every time him and I step in the ring together. Even like just recently, we had My Hardcore Romance versus Empire in a tag match. Awesome, great to work with. He's good.
I mean, Matt Grant is crying because he's not on this season. I've reached out to him, but he doesn't really want to wish to, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get into it. He wants to be himself, so we'll just leave him crying baby gap for another day.
I don't think he's new either, but because he's been doing it for almost like 10 years. But I don't know who like new. I don't know.
I'd be remiss in talking to you and not bring up your partner in life and your partner in the ring, Jesse Mack. Please tell us the story of how that became what it is today. I mean, first off, you found a legal way to dispute arguments and physically, which is kudos. But I got to know more, man.
I just it started where I had to pick her up one day to go to a show because there was me and my old partner Shawnee Mo versus her and Warhead in a tag match. And so I picked her up and I just drew a liking to her then. I was like, oh shit, this chick is pretty funny and all checks all the boxes that I like and I look for. And then yeah, then come another Death Proof show. She was asking me like how to go through like a table and all of this. And then just from there, we just started talking more, and now here we are, married and have 3 kids. Two are from previous relationships, but our little guy's an asshole, so it's okay.
Hey, my little guy's an asshole too, and so many people say, "Oh, don't call your kids asshole." Man, if you got to deal with them the way I got to, I'll call them whatever I want.
Right?
But man, you've gone as far as I'm aware. You've gone pretty much across the map and done what you're doing. But like, What is one memory that you wish didn't happen along the journey?
One memory I wish that.
Something, I guess maybe it's a spot, maybe it's an entrance, maybe it's a town you wish you never went to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is something that you? I don't want to say regret because I feel like judging off what I know about you, you're not someone that lives with that kind of thing, but it's something you might not like.
Uh, I'm not a big fan of driving too far. So like I hate if I gotta drive like when we drove to Pittsburgh, 5.5 hours there, 5.5 hours back. I hated it, but it was the experience that I liked. So most part, I hate driving places, man. That's my thing. I hate
Just
I hate this part of wrestling is the traveling.
okay. Now you've been a fan of wrestling before you were a wrestler, like you said, and are you still a fan of like other promotions nowadays?
Oh yeah. I'm still a huge fan like of all types of wrestling, like indie wrestling. To still watch WWE sometimes with my middle kid because he loves wrestling too. But yeah, I still like. I mean, I still criticize other promotions too. So,
Right.
but yeah, for the most part, I like to see the indies thrive.
That's fair. Like you say, you're into WWE a little bit. Are you into AEW as well, a little bit, or
Not, I mean, I was from at the start when they first came around, but now I'm just not really. I'm
I feel
just
like they lost their vision of what they started and became more of the copycat.
yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
They had a sick mission statement, and then I don't know what happened. Tony Khan decided to do what I do and collect wrestlers, and I don't know.
Yeah, who
Uh,
knows where they turn, you know what I mean? It's just not what I don't know, it's not what it used to be like you said when they first started, but I don't know, man. I'm not behind the scenes, right? So we don't know.
no, we don't. I mean, that's the fun part. We can only speculate, and sometimes we look like assholes doing it.
Exactly.
You're from the Toronto area. I won't say where because that's if they want to know where you're from, tend to show. But you're from the Toronto area. You're born and raised there, growing up all there throughout your life.
No, I was born here and then moved out east a little more towards Lindsay and then moved back.
That's not where you live now. Is not the better of the two.
I mean, it's kind of is. It's better than Lindsay.
Lindsay's own Kyle. That Kyle.
Yeah, it's way better than Lindsay, and it's way better than Hamilton. So, I
Hey,
mean,
I
mind you,
didn't listen.
they are, you know, that much better. Nothing too crazy though.
Listen, my wife is from that area. I spent time in Lindsay. I spent time in Peterborough. I still would rather go to Peterborough or Lindsay than where you are. So,
Hey, to each their own, brother.
I like your mall. That counts, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't grow up in a better place. I mean, I lived out west for most of my life, but I grew up in Scarborough, so I mean, that's not much better.
Oh, Scarborough.
Not much better, man.
No, it's not.
Uh, but tell me a little bit more about you growing up. Like, what are your interests other than wrestling? Like, what drives you on a day-to-day basis?
I used to. Well, I play baseball now with Jesse. We play on a team every Sunday. But back in the day, I was more into sports than I feel like I don't have that, that look of a sports guy because I'm older and I got the belly and all that stuff. But yeah, back in the day, man, I used to play like baseball from the youngest, like t-ball and stuff like that, right, all the way until high school, and then I played rugby in high school too, and then yeah, I just dropped out from sports really, and well, besides wrestling, and then that's me. And I like to play video games, and I have a little collection of figures like you do behind you, but
It's just a piece of it.
it's not anything that it's more like the horror guys from like horror movies and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, you like to figure?
They're like
Okay,
yeah, they're like the yay big ones. Like I got
right.
I got the Nun. I got Pennywise. I'm looking at it right now. I got Annabelle. Uh, the
Are
Bride
you
from The
talking about
Conjuring.
Funkos or?
Here, hold on. Let me grab one. Hold on.
All right, well, it's gonna
So,
show us. I'm interested now because I think I know what he's talking about, but I'm not quite sure.
you know what I'm talking about.
I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure once I see it, I know exactly it. But I'm pretty.
All right. So these are just a handful. We
Oh,
got
okay, yeah.
little guys, right? And this is the one I was talking about. I forget her name, but it's like I think it's the Dead Bride. I think from the Conjuring series. This is my favorite one, Annabelle.
She could stay in that case too, even if it is a replica.
No, come on in. Let's have some fun. And you got Pennywise. Looks
I hate
weird,
clowns,
but
man. I really do.
you hate clowns?
I do.
So do I. But it's funny enough. Like I love Pennywise, and I have a tattoo of a clown on my chest.
I can.
I hate him.
It's weird, right? But I'm not much into Pennywise because I'm not big into horror. Like I'll watch them, but like I'm a huge fan of the Joker. That's a clown.
Yeah,
Like
love the joke. Yeah, I'm the same way. I hate clowns, but I like Pennywise. Love the Joker. Got a clown tattooed on my chest. But like if one came up to me, get the fuck away from me.
so. You're from the Toronto area, so you remember maybe it was about a decade ago or so. Uh, Exhibition grounds had the Scream Fest. I don't know if they still do it or not.
I don't recall
Like a
that. No.
Halloween kind of thing. Before I was with my wife, I was seeing this girl, and we went down there on a double date with her friends, and her and her friend thought it'd be hilarious to pay a clown $20 to chase me around the park. I got on the go and I went home. I was like, I'll talk to you later. Like I'm done.
Yeah, no, I would have smacked that clown.
Dude, I was gone. Like I was nope.
Yeah,
That's not for me.
I don't know that what you're talking about is that the exhibition ground? No, not
Yeah,
exhibition grounds.
yeah.
Like the
Exhibition
like the
ground.
CNE.
Yeah, it is the CNE grounds, yeah. But it wasn't around it's not CNE, but it was like there. That like what's now called Coca-Cola Coliseum, but it was Rico then.
Yeah, no, I didn't. The only one that I knew about was at Wonderland.
I've never been to the Wonderland one, but I'm not a big fan of roller coasters, so I don't really like wasting my money to go to places that.
Yeah, no, me and an old friend of mine went to the Halloween Haunt there years ago, and I got you know how they like to get right up into your
Yep.
like personal space. This guy decided to get up right in my personal space, and I told him, like, buddy, like, back the fuck up, man. Like, you're too close. And yeah, he started breaking character, and he's like, oh, what are you gonna do? I'm like, get the fuck away from me, please. Like, you're too close to me, man. I really don't want to get kicked out of here. So please back
No,
up.
I just can't with clowns, man. I don't know what it is. I can tell you what my fear of roller coasters is, and it's an irrational one. And it's thanks to Final Destination. So
I was gonna say Final Destination, right?
yeah, it's a very irrational fear, and I understand that, but I'm good. Just
Yeah.
like log trucks, I will not drive behind them.
Oh, really?
I will not drive behind log trucks.
It's funny. Just I want to say a couple months, maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, maybe. We're on the highway. I purposely went behind the log truck.
No, I would be like, Matt, let me out of his car. I'm done with you.
Even Jess was like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
I don't know. I just feel like it's a whole generation that's fucked up because of that stuff. But
Listen, that movie fucked up a lot of people.
they really did.
Like a
And I mean, I
lot.
don't know if have you seen the newest one that dropped? I think it was last year. Yeah, last year.
Yeah,
It
loved
was
it.
well done. It was really well done.
It was really enjoyed it.
So, like, what's without going into who is who or what promotion, because I don't ask for names, but is there you've been in this 20 years now? I'm sure you've been had your fair share of burnt ass on that, where somebody's stiffed you, or you just got a hot dog and a handshake and called it a day.
Stiff, like getting like stiff, like in the ring, or
Yeah.
not not really. I like to say that me and Remington Roar and me and Dread and even Casey War. Actually, we all went fucking hard. Like I wouldn't say stiff though, but we were snug, which I'm a-okay with.
Right.
I haven't really got stiffed at all in any matches really that I remember, anyways.
So nobody has sandbagged you.
Not that I remember, no.
Well, that's all right, though. That's good. I mean, 20 years in, and
I do the sandbagging.
what's the sorry, what's the least favorite match you've ever been involved in? Like stipulation wise, not with a person, just like something you're like, fuck, I'm not doing this, but I have to do this.
Stipulation. Shit, I don't even know, dude. Because all the stipulations that I've been in, I have agreed to. Now I'm sure if someone came up to me and was like, "Oh, hey, will you do like razor wire?" No, I won't. That shit will just cut right through you.
Fair. Before it's all said and done, do you ever want to be a part of an exploding barbed wire death match?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Like the actual one, not what AEW did with fireworks. Like,
yeah, that's something I would consider 100%.
Have you ever thought about going over to Japan to take part in the strong style over there?
I have, but it's like I get homesick very easily. So it's just, and I don't know if I could afford to take time off the shoot job, right?
Fair.
So, but I have thought about it, and I would love to go over there and do that shit like they do on every, what is it, New Year's Eve, the King of the
I
Death
think
Match?
so. The Wrestle Kingdom and all that.
No, the King of the Death Match one they have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do that. But
I think it's around New Year's Eve.
I think so too. It's just like I said, I get homesick very easily, so I'd probably miss my my family too much.
Nothing wrong with that. You know, it's always nice to at least have a goal to reach, whether you want to make it obtainable or not. That's up to you. But I mean, homesick, you don't want to miss the wife, you don't want to miss the kids, but I'm sure the wife would be there too. But sure. That's a lot to take a whole family over there, I'm sure. And today's economy, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you a hockey fan at all?
Of course.
I know the wife is a Habs fan, but what do you go for?
She's a Habs and a Vegas fan.
Everybody's a Vegas fan.
Right? And me, I am a Toronto.
Yeah, me too.
Unfortunately, even though I get let down every single year.
Buddy, at this point, I think they could probably let us down at our funerals and we'd still feel the same.
Oh, 100%. But now it's like, I wanted the Canadians and the Sabres to be in the East Finals, which I would have loved that because at least one of them would go to the finals. I hated that it was Buffalo and the Canadians in the second round.
It's dumb. That bracket needs to change so much.
Right? So now I'm hoping that it's Vegas and the Canadians in the final, and I hope Vegas wins because I want Marner to be like, "Hey, Toronto, suck it."
My guy, I'm a huge Marner guy. I followed him. I mean, I'm a London Knights fan, so I got Kadri, I got Marner, like all these guys that came out of London's. You know, I call them the 33rd franchise in the NHL because they just produce talent like crazy.
They do.
I'm a huge Marner guy, and I truly believe that Matthews is the problem. I don't think it was Marner. I think it was Matthews. And it's always been.
I agree with you 100%. Because now you got rid of one guy, and look what it did to your team. So, obviously, like you said, he was not the problem. I think Matthew the captain, that had a role in. I always think that he was the problem, before he was captain too.
So I always had a problem with Matthews being captain for what you said. Like I feel like he was a cancer in that locker room, but I also don't like the fact that in our history, we've never had an American captain. Now suddenly we do because Austin Matthews. Like,
Yeah,
I'm glad he can
right.
score goals. Like, cool. But I don't think he's a good teammate at all.
No, I think I I believe he doesn't want to be here.
No.
I think he wants out, and I'm hoping that they trade him this year for everything, so we can actually get stuff for him. But don't get me wrong, he is a great player, but I feel when he was with Marner, they were amazing.
They were, and like, but we'll have to see. Let's say, I'm hoping the Leafs take McKenna, which is a very likely possibility that they do. And if they don't, there's another name up there that's sweet. I just can't remember his name. He's just as good.
Yeah,
But I feel like if we get McKenna in, we could see a resurgence in offense, but we still lack that defense and goaltending that's so desperately needed.
yeah, I agree. And the goaltend, I don't know what happened with the goaltending because the last year they were phenomenal. Like the goaltending, those two were amazing. But
It's
who
all
knows?
defense too, right?
Yep.
Like Montreal's a goalie. For the longest time, Montembeault was like the guy, and then Dubes came out of nowhere, and they play
Yep.
lights out in front of him.
Yep. And then even they just called up. I think his backup is Fowler now. I think.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not quite. I don't really follow much.
That's a Jesse question, but
Yeah,
even that duo is pretty good too.
there's so many. It's weird, right? You look around the NHL, and teams are getting better. Minnesota's gotten better. Um, Buffalo came out of nowhere this year. They just made a statement. And then you look at the Leafs, and we watched the last decade just go by.
Yeah, and we'll probably watch another decade go by.
I don't know, man. It's so weird to me, and like it's starting to eat at me. Like maybe the Ballard curse is real, because like there's got to be something with this franchise that stops them from performing in games.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know about that, man. It's just every year. Maybe I'll become a Habs fan too and a Vegas fan like my wife, and then we'll
I
see.
cheered for Vegas year 1 and year 2 because my favorite goaltender Marc Andre Fleury played for them.
Yeah,
I
he's
have
wicked
I
good.
have his signed Vegas jersey. So
Oh,
like
really?
yeah, and I also have Marner's first All-Star jersey signed. Like
Nice, nice.
Marner's my guy, and then if people are like, "Oh, you're probably pissed he's gone," no, I'm happy he's thriving. This is the
Like
player we knew he could be.
I was pissed that he left because like we just said, I knew he wasn't the problem, but also I knew he wanted him too because Toronto media and everything in Toronto is toxic.
100%, and it doesn't matter what
Like
sport it is.
no, it doesn't. Like
You
it
tear them all
just
apart.
yeah, it just everything is toxic and it sucks. But
It's already hard enough to get Southern athletes, like not just like Northern United States, but like Southern United States athletes to come up here and play because of the weather. Then you
yeah,
add the stupidity of a guy like Steve Smith and all them who just leave people alone.
yeah, just yeah. I don't know, man. I agree with you 100% on everything.
I feel like I've heard more stories about what Austin Matthews' mom wears to a gala than I have of what the hell he's doing on the ice.
Right?
Like
Oh, how's Matthew's rehab going? Oh, well, his mom just wore this at this premiere. Wait, what? Like
it makes
nobody
no
cares about
sense.
that.
Media, but that could be the said for the same as like Chicago's market. They're not as big, but they're an original six, so they get a lot of heat. But I know Toronto and Montreal are the two toughest markets to play in.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe other cities are just as bad as Toronto. We just don't see it, right?
Right.
So who knows?
But another thing I love and I thrive in it is everybody goes, "Oh, Toronto's always the central of the sports world," because y'all make it the central point.
Yeah,
We don't do it. You
No.
do it, and then wonder why we come back at you. Like,
Right?
but man, what you ever dream of wrestling in the Maple Leaf Gardens? Then
Uh,
I don't
yeah,
think
that
it's
would
possible
be.
now, but like,
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's possible now, actually, but that would be cool, man. Just that old iconic venue would be fucking sweet, I think.
I know they have the upstairs facility now above Loblaws, which I'm grateful they kept the integrity of that building alive. Unfortunately, don't understand why they just didn't turn it into the Hockey Hall of Fame, but
Yeah,
um, would have been more better to have that there than a fucking grocery store. But like
yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I think Maple Leaf Pro might be doing shows there every once in a while when they're up from Windsor.
I think so too. I'm not 100% sure though.
I don't really follow Maple Leaf Pro. I got to look into it more. I know. Yeah, I know we'll never see like AEW go. Well, we might. They like their little venues, so. And if they
Yeah,
do, I think
lately they've been like running smaller venues, have they not?
yeah, they've been running smaller, and I think it's like they just did one at what was it, a golf course,
Oh, really?
like an indoor golf course. Like they did a whole show on it. Like they're about to do something with the Minnesota Twins,
Oh,
being at
nice,
the
nice.
stadium, and while a game is going on or something. Like it's crazy.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
see, to that, I'm excited for something like that because they're not inside the box with this. They're thinking of other ways to bring people into the wrestling.
Yeah, it's definitely different. And like I said, like for their I think it's their weekly shows they do like the smaller venues, but
Yeah,
then like their bigger shows they got the stadium shows, right? Which
they do.
I don't know it could be smart, you.
Hey man, whatever works for them. If it's getting money, I don't know.
That's it at the end of the day, man. As long as they're getting money.
You were on the first Canadian Deathmatch card, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure I remember that correctly. So going back to that, when their first inception and being invited to that, what was that like for you to know that you were stepping into a brand new promotion and helping build the pillars, I guess?
Uh, it was it was I don't want to say scary because like new promotion, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Are they even going to run the show? You know what I mean? But it was cool to be involved in the very first show. Now I was supposed to be in the first Crazy Eight, and then management decided, hey, let's switch things up. Are you okay with that? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then that's what led me to fight Dread.
Yeah, and that man is well known in deathmatch. He is as vicious as he looks.
Yeah, man, but he was definitely one of my favorite opponents.
I love that. I was supposed to interview him at some point. Something fell off the radar. He doesn't respond to me anymore, and that's fine. I just let it lie where it lies. Maybe down the road he'll see this and we'll kickstart something else. I don't know where it'll take me. That's the crazy part.
That's good, man.
Now fast forward this year. I think they have 6 shows done now under their belts. 6, 7
Something like that.
shows. I know New Noise Volume 4 is coming up June 20th.
Yeah.
And then, so that's at least 4 shows there. They've done 2 Crazy Eights. So, what is that like for you to watch what they're doing? Technical difficulties. I think Matt Bros. There we go. Did you catch my question or did you freeze right out of me?
No, you froze June 20th, and then that was it. That's all the last I heard.
Oh, man. Oh, you froze. I think it was your end.
Oh, your end froze on my end.
Oh, well, I don't know. So June 20th, that'll be their 4th New Noise, which means 2 Crazy Eights now. That's about 6 shows at least they've done. What is it like knowing that you are part, like from the beginning, you've been involved with Canadian Deathmatch. So now fast forward to today, what is that like for you watching them progressively build themselves up?
I am ecstatic that they are building themselves up because, like I said earlier, we need more deathmatch in Canada. And when they keep asking, I'll keep showing up.
I mean, Hamilton's a prime spot too. I mean, much as the city smells like ass and nobody really likes it there. um,
Yeah, I like the Germania Club. That's I don't like Hamilton, but I like the Germania Club. It's just I want to say iconic venue in the indie wrestling.
it's a very intimate building. I've never been there up until April 11th, and when I stepped foot in there, I was like, it felt like you were a part of something bigger than yourself.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably one of my favorite venues to definitely wrestle in.
So that being said, with the favorite venue, what is your all-time favorite venue that you wrestled in?
All-time favorite venue. Oh shit.
You set yourself up for that question, so now I got to put you on the spot with
Yeah, I know.
it.
I'm trying to think of all the venues, man. I like this venue down in Oshawa, the Lviv Hall. It's way an old promotion MCW ran back in the day. It was just a nice. It's kind of like the Germania of Hamilton, just Oshawa.
Do you ever want to
Just
see? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was saying it's just a little bit more nicer and more fancier.
Do you ever want to wrestle in the Tribute Center?
That'd be cool.
I think so.
Even if it's for Tequila Fest, like they do that down here and stuff like that. That'd be
Right.
kind of cool.
I believe I told you this story when we were talking one day, but I'm 100% certain that, and my wife is too, that my middle child, I guess, in a sense, he's my second oldest, and her had seen you perform at a Rib Fest one year.
Was it the Whippy Rib Fest?
I think it was.
Yeah, yeah. That was fun, but it sucked, man, because I tried to stay out of the sun as much as possible, and then I got like sunburn all on my head. It was the worst. Like I had it was like the pussy one, so it was like pus was like leaking down at work. Yeah, it was not fun. But I wasn't even out in the sun that I thought anyways for very long. But I think there was two shows. Most time I was in the dressing room, which like the little tent, which so it had shade. So just I guess the time that I was out there wrestling must have did it.
Must have been a hot summer day. Plus all that heat in there traps in, and it's not fun.
Yeah, it was. No, I'm not a big fan of outdoor shows.
How many have you done to date?
Outdoor?
Yeah.
Not a lot, man. Like
Have
I
you done
would
any of the
say,
exhibition ones? The C&E?
no, no,
No.
no. And I don't know if I will because, like I said, I hate outdoor shows.
That's fair. You go. I can be wrong here. I'm trying to remember from my notes on it. There's a wrestling school in Oshawa now. It's New Beginnings, I believe it's called.
Yep.
Do you go there at all?
I don't know. I did
No.
before. I've been, I think, like maybe once or twice, like when they first opened, just to see, what they're all about and get some ring time, right? But I haven't been there since. No.
So again, calling back to your veteran status within wrestling. Do you feel like maybe there's now becoming too many wrestling schools and not enough proper training?
Yeah, like I don't know how many schools there are. Like I know like the main ones, obviously, but like I said earlier, um, have some credibility with anything in wrestling. You know what I mean? Like especially if you want to get into wrestling, like do your research. Don't just go, oh hey, this is in the town where I live. I'm gonna go there. Like look up the trainers, people who graduated from there. Look up all that before making a decision.
Fair. Have you attended any wrestling schools in Toronto, like Santino Morella's or anything like that? Like, have you gone to check them out?
Uh, I've been to some of those venues, like the place they train for like shows, but I haven't really been because my like life outside of wrestling is very crazy sometimes. It's very busy.
I trust me, I know whether it's kids or other things, it's always busy.
That's
Um,
it. So yeah, I haven't really been to too many schools since my days in training, right?
Fair enough. You're also into the music scene a little bit. I've seen that you and Jesse went to Our Lady, or wow, 3 days grace recently. Um,
No, we haven't. No, that wasn't 3 Days Grace. It was Bring Me the Horizon. Our last concert we went to was Bring Me the Horizon.
I knew that I was going to
And
bring up that one, but I thought you guys went to 3 days.
what, the one that was in Oshawa?
Yeah.
No, we were supposed to go.
Oh, yeah, I
I was
think that.
like,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
my oldest kid got tickets to go to that, and then Jesse wanted to go, and I was like, all right, we'll wait and
I think that
see
was the
how.
conversation me and Jesse were having because we both wanted to go, and then I don't think. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, and then I waited too long and missed out on it, which sucks. But like I've seen 3 Days Grace live, I think 2 times, 3 times now. So what?
But you went to going to the Bring Me Horizon, man. That show looked fantastic. I'm hoping to catch them in London in the upcoming year, but
That was uh, I've been to so many concerts, and like that was probably like my favorite concert. And everything about Bring the Horizon when they came on stage, like their stage setup, everything, the visuals, the screen, everything, the pyro was phenomenal.
now you talked about your sunburn to your head, and you asked me not to bring this up, but I'm gonna bring this up. What happened to your forehead?
The forehead right there. All right. So I just wrestled the match, New Fear City in Toronto against Casanova Valentine. Um, and yeah, it's from a gusset going into my head. And then like every show after I get bloody, I come home, I shower, I wash up, all that stuff, right? Did that. And then what's the day is what, Saturday, Saturday? I think Wednesday, I came home from work because I work hard out at work too because it's in the construction. And even throughout the day, I'm like that hurts a little bit. Didn't really look at it too much. Come home, and this was, if I say, like all red right here, and there was it looked like white pus. It wasn't like leaking down, just
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like you could tell it was infected. I'll send you a picture, just show you what I'm talking about, and then I was like, yeah, all right, well, I better go to the doctor. So then my lymph nodes started hurting. I was like, okay, now something's up now. Which I asked a few people. I'm like, hey, you think that's infected? They're like, no, just bruised. I'm like, okay, whatever. But
I
then
love
the
it when
next
you
day,
get
I was
no
like,
help.
no. They're like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, no, that's never happened before. So I'm like, going to the doctor's, antibiotics. So speaking of that, I got to take that shortly too. So
Now I gotta ask because I asked other people this, but what is it like? Because I know there's got to be some times where you potentially do have to go to the ER for deathmatch stuff. How do you explain it to these doctors?
it's it's not my favorite thing to do because like just recently for this, I'm like I was texting Jesse and I'm like I gotta go to the doctors, something's not right, rah. And she's like getting to go. I'm like, well, what do I say though? Like that's my biggest thing is like, what do I how do I bring that up? And she's just like, tell me, tell me to try it out for the your audition for the new Jackass movie. I was like, shit. But yeah, when I had I worked Warhead in a match, and right there, that little spot,
Yeah,
that requires stitches. And doctor asked, "So what happened?" I was like, "Oh, well, I do deathmatch wrestling." And she's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, just wrestling, just with weapons." And this time we used leg tubes. I put my arm down. I didn't see the broken leg tube, and it went in. She's like, "Oh, okay," and then she walked away.
what is the God forbid I asked this the wrong way, but what is the worst fear you have and the worst injury you've come out of this with.
The worst fear that I like. Oh, that something hits a very important artery, and then that's it.
Fair.
And injury wise, that right there was the worst one from Team Deathmatch. That, and then even that's not that bad, but I got infected, so that kind of sucked. But I try,
It's your
I
unicorn. It's
try
your
to be
unicorn
careful,
horn
man.
now. It's your unicorn horn now.
And that's
Um,
exactly that's what Jesse said too.
that brings me to my next question. When it comes to Jesse, man, you guys met, like you said, just going on the road together in a sense. But like, what is it like getting to work with your wife and just? Do you guys ever use some like maybe? Oh, all right, we have just a normal argument what couples do, and you're like, hey, pause. We got a match in 7 days. Use the anger there. Does that ever come up like that, or is it just
No, we
no?
don't. No, we don't. I want to jinx it, but we don't really fight.
That's good.
Like, sure, I'll get pissed off and whatever. I'm sure she gets pissed off too, but no really major fighting really. And then like we have a match, and I love to work her because what guy gets to say he beats the shit out of his wife and doesn't get his shit for her, right? So, but no, it's fun getting to fight her and even like teaming with her too.
Right. You get the fighter, the lover, and the teamwork, right? So you get the best of all worlds in one.
Yep.
What is the current standings between you guys in one-on-one matches? Who's got the lead?
Oh shit, that's
Like I'm sure that's not something you really keep track of, but I know there's one of you that's over the other for sure.
shit, that's I don't know. I don't know, dude. Like I
I'll
really
sure
don't know
ask
that answer.
when I talk to Jessie later on in the season. I'll have to ask her this question, and I'm sure I'll get the answer. It's probably her.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, dude, like even thinking about it, I don't know. Like I know we have one coming up for Death Proof. But yeah, I can't answer that question because I don't know. I gotta go look it up.
That's fair. I could have looked it up, but I like putting like these questions come to me. Like I told you, I don't ask questions beforehand. This all comes to me naturally because I like the genuine authenticity of the conversation. And I also don't like to know too much about. I do know enough about you to obviously talk to you, but I don't like knowing more than I should going into this because I like to hear the general experiences in your life story. I don't want to read one thing, hear another, because then it just defeats what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So June 13th, you're in Guelph, Ontario at Death Proof.
Yep.
And then I believe you're on the June 20th card.
Yep.
At Sticky D's in Toronto.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So again, you're a big music guy. What is it like going and performing at one of the most iconic buildings in Toronto? That is Sticky D's.
It's a lot smaller than I anticipated it to be. So, but it's cool, man. It's a fucking wicked venue.
It's a very legendary venue in Toronto. It's crazy that it's still,
Yeah.
considering how much the Toronto landscape has changed over the last 3 decades, and that building still stands in its originality. Obviously, there's been renovations, but like the fact that it's not given up to the mainstream and changed, kudos to everybody that owns that business.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I usually start with this, especially when I'm talking to a few of you. April 11th was my very first in-person deathmatch experience. I've watched
really?
clips, I've watched videos, obviously, I've watched matches. But no, that was my first in-person. And my wife's first in-person matches like that, and my kids' first introduction to deathmatch in general. And they were loving it. And I thank you for the entertainment you provided that night. Wonderful watching you perform and doing something you love and entertaining the people. I'll also be reminisce in saying that, like, the fact that you guys remain as safe as you are doing the shit you're doing it looks brutal, but it's so safe. And I can't appreciate that out of anybody. When you're doing shit like that and still making sure the person you're wrestling is safe, that's huge.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, deathmatch wrestling, dude, it's so unpredictable, especially with weapons. Like anything can happen. So long as everyone walks out of every match, okay, that's a bonus, man. That's what we strive to do.
Now, obviously, you advanced to the final four in the Crazy Eight, coming up just short in the end there to Tyler Arrow. But what was it like working with Tyler, Brian, Cruz, and yourself in that match? Like, what kind of preparation on a very short notice do you put your mindset in again that you're going again, and now it's even brutaler because there's two more opponents?
Yeah, no, it was fun. I haven't been to a finals in a tournament in a while, I think. Even for like a death proof stuff like that. But like my mindset was, well, I got the experience over these three, probably combined. Um, I'm more violent than these three, I know for a fact. So I'm like, I'll just do what I do and hope for the best, really.
So you're coming back, I'm assuming, next year when they hold the other Crazy Eight. I'm assuming you got a big chip on your shoulder now that you're knowing that you're that close to winning it.
I would love to be part of it again. You know,
Are you gonna bring the wife along? Maybe you guys can meet in the finals there too.
listen, if that's the direction they want to go and they want to book us too, we're happy. But I'm not like you said. I got a chip on my shoulder now, and that's something that I wanna win, so I can be the most rest. The word I'm looking for, most wins in a tournament in Canadian in the death match. So
I feel
yeah,
that.
that's a goal of mine now.
I love that. That's a great goal. I had a question on the tip of my tongue and now I forgot. That's fun. What do you got planned over the summer, man, other than the June events? What do you got going on?
Let me just look it up here because I forget. I got 2 events in June, and then August, and then September so far. But anything could come up, right?
September and
I
August.
do,
Where are you
yeah, I
wrestling?
do. August is also death proof, and September is off the ropes. And I have something in September that I can't say until it gets announced,
Of course.
but it's more for Jesse than me. So I can't announce anything. I can't say nothing until she
The off
says
the
that.
ropes. Is that the one that's happening at the Odd?
No, no, no. I think that one's tonight, actually.
Oh,
Maybe next week.
I know it's coming
Yeah,
soon. I don't remember if it's tonight or not.
yeah, I think that's tonight, maybe next week. But no, no, this one, I don't know where they're having it, but yeah, it's in September.
I hate kids. I think I'm getting sick.
you sound you sound like you're getting sick.
Oh, I just got like this in my throat. I can't get over it today.
Oh, the
Um,
itch.
it is. Listen, I'm grateful that you gave me time. You chatted with me. You're putting out videos of mine that I put out. You're being supportive of that, and I hear it off the top. We thrive in trying to make the best of every opportunity we get, and we're super appreciative of everybody's time, especially on a busy schedule. You and Jesse have one, and you guys have made time for me to sit down and interview with you guys, and I can appreciate that, just like everybody else in this season that's been able to give me their time. But again, Matt, I am super appreciative of the fact that you were just willing to give me your time and have a conversation with me.
Hey man, you come out and you support what we do, so I got no problem and supporting you on what you do. So
I'm hoping to
I,
come down and catch you soon again and put some more music videos together of you with Nickelback. I think that'll be great.
buddy, you can throw any Nickelback song on there, and I'll be fucking a-okay with it.
When you said that, I kind of popped because like that Hero video, and you're like, yes.
Hell yeah, brother! Hell yeah! Anything Nickelback, I love, dude.
um, Other than like the shows that you were just mentioning, where can people find you? Where can we buy your merch? Like, where are you trying to head this summer where people can come out and boo you or cheer you or tell you to fuck yourself? What's going on?
I'm trying to get over to the States more and hopefully maybe the UK. And you can find me on Instagram at MattCash87, I believe. Merch, you can. I don't really have too much merch because I don't know why. I can't answer that question why I don't really have merch, but the merch we do have, you can buy and just come up to us at shows. We'll gladly talk to you guys, no problem.
Before I do my whole outro, I remember my question now, and you can go tell me to go fuck myself if you wish. You don't have to answer this. The art of kayfabe, are you into it or you think it's dead?
I think it's dead.
Okay. I know there's a
I
couple
think
of you on the circuit that'll ream me for that question, but
I just with the internet now, you can't do kayfabe.
has the IWC ruined wrestling?
Yeah, I like to say they ruined a little bit of it. Yeah, because now it's like if you watch like my favorite WWE pay per view was always like the Royal Rumble, just for the surprise people that are going to be there, right?
Yep.
Now it's like, oh, yeah, this guy's backstage. Oh, okay, well, fuck, he's obviously going to be in the fucking Rumble now. Like
myself and Scals, we typically 2-3 days heading into an event, like we hear things, but we just kind of like try to let it go in one out the other quickly. But we try to avoid the day before and the day of on any socials, just because like we're trying to watch it, right?
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'll read it and I was like, okay, hopefully I forget about it. But it's like I'm the same for when I go to concerts. I like to look up the set list beforehand to see what they're playing. So I guess I'm just as guilty, I guess.
You're the IWC, but you're the IW whatever they want, or the IM, I don't know, whatever internet music community.
Pretty much. Jesse hates it hates me for it, but
go
she actually did it.
You don't need to know it.
She did it for Bring Me the Horizon, but I don't know. I gotta get away from that. I like to surprise, see what they play, right? So,
final question: your theme music. Why is it your theme music, and why do you love it?
Well, my theme music is Keizo Domination, and it was supposed to be Jesse Mack's music, and she showed it to me, and I was like, I'm taking that. And she's like, I'm using it. I'm like, no, you're not. And that's how I got my music. And I just think it's I'm trying to tweak it a little bit to add some effects to it, I guess, to switch up a little bit. So hopefully the guy doing it can get it done soon. I can see if it works, and if it doesn't, I'll just go back to the original.
Well, don't Def Rebel it. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm open not.
Matt, again, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate the fact that you giving me this time on a busy schedule. Being a father, being a man of work, and a horse out in the ring and in life, again, super appreciative, and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Welcome to the Shadowsphere. That's Matt. I'm Shadow. Make sure you're supporting everybody on the NDC. Make sure you're showing them love. Show up, show out, cheer, boo, you tell them go fuck themselves, but let them know you're there. With that being said, good night.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.